Recently, I talked about how Jojo Siwa had come out to talk about Colleen Ballinger and defend her on the Howie Mandel podcast. She said that she looked up to Colleen and basically felt like she was a victim of cancel culture and felt like the internet had ran with lies about her. Her statements ended up getting her a lot of backlash, as there's been a lot that has come out about Colleen and a lot of evidence to back up claims people have made against her. And now Trisha Paytas has come out to talk about her reaction to what Jojo has had to say in defense of Colleen, given that what came out about Colleen having sent photos from Trisha's OnlyFans to fans making fun of her wasn't a lie, and there was proof of that, and Colleen did fess up to it to Trisha after getting caught. And at first, she did try to tell Trisha that it was all lies, but then the proof came out and it was clear that she was the one lying. And with Jojo saying everything coming out about Colleen is lies, just tells me that she's been talking to Colleen and probably believes what she's been told and just hasn't looked into the situation any further herself. But when Trisha decided to talk about the whole thing, she said that she's met Jojo, she thinks that Jojo is so nice, professional, and feels like Jojo probably feels some sort of loyalty and an attachment to Colleen, and that's why she said what she has to defend her, but feels she just shouldn't have answered the questions about Colleen on Howie's podcast or let them leave it in the episode.
And in no way am I placing like blame on Jojo for these words she's saying. I think in this particular case, she feels an attachment, she feels a loyalty to Colleen. So she was on Howie Mandel's podcast today, and I think she felt a loyalty, this family bond to Colleen, as she talks about, to defend Colleen. And I think in this situation, she really should have just opted to not talk about it. When I've done interviews in the past, if there's something I want to talk about, I just tell them beforehand. If it gets brought up, I ask if they can cut it out. If it's just something that I know I shouldn't talk about, I don't feel comfortable talking about, like, you can love someone and they can be in the wrong. They can do wrong things. You don't have to defend the person you love when they're clearly in the wrong.
Trisha goes on to say that this shouldn't be minimized to an internet cancellation, and that what happened with Colleen is such a serious topic.
And I'm so tired of people treating Colleen's banishment somewhat off of YouTube, she's been off for a while, as a cancellation, because it's not a cancellation. When it comes to children and talking to children, the way she talked to children and the way she communicated with them about adult things, about her adult life, where she passed off very passive aggressively in a song was, you know, she's not a groomer, just a loser. It's like,
Trisha then gets into the fact that Jojo was talking about the things coming out being lies and the internet running with it. And it's confusing that she said that when there's been so much that has come out. And it isn't just a he said, she said. There's been evidence to back stuff up. And Trisha begins to explain that in her video.
Her sharing my nudes to fans, which is like so inappropriate. And that is confirmed. I keep hearing these lies, there's no proof. That is confirmed. She apologized. There's a video of her friend who's not even public, like next to me, next to my nudes. She admitted to it. It was caught. It was done to her fan. Like, these are all very disgusting behavior things that are proven. It's proven that she had a friendship with Adam McIntyre when he was 14 years old, invited him to have, you know, lunch with her and meals with her, and everything is proven. There's all these instances of her in group chats with fans that were underage, and regardless of if you think it was appropriate or not appropriate, it's inappropriate.
Trisha wanted to specifically break down everything Jojo said, and wanted to start off with the fact that Jojo said that she's been friends with Colleen since she was 12. And in my video covering what Jojo said, I mentioned how I think the reason Jojo feels as though her friendship with Colleen at that age is okay is because they both have some sort of fame, and they were able to develop a friendship because they can relate on that sort of famous level. But I, as well as a lot of people, pointed out that that doesn't make it okay for a friendship to have happened. Plus, Jojo said in the interview with Howie that before she met Colleen, She was already a huge fan of her. She looked up to her and watched her Miranda Sings videos. So even though they both had fame there was still this sort of power imbalance, not only in the age gap aspect of it, but the fact that Jojo idolized her because she knew of Colleen prior to meeting her. And Trisha called this out in her video.
But once again, there's no lies. Colleen herself has admitted to having very inappropriate text conversations with her fans that were underage. She's admitted to this. Jojo later goes on to talk about her own friendship with Colleen. Any adult, 18 plus, but when you're 25 plus, 30 plus, in her 30s, having friendships with 14-year-olds who admire her, and as Jojo later on says, she idolizes her. This power dynamic, that is grooming.
And Jojo in her interview with Howie was trying to basically say what's come out about Colleen just isn't real grooming, which Trisha clearly disagrees with. She went on to say that she did in fact use these kids to her benefit, to have them defend her online. She took advantage of the fact that these kids in these chats looked up to her, they were willing to work for her, and when she told them things about her divorce, they would attack her ex-husband, they would defend Colleen's name. And same with what's going on with Jojo. She's telling Jojo her side of everything, and Jojo is out here publicly defending Colleen's name. But Trisha isn't trying to blame Jojo here. She feels that this is all as a result of what Colleen has said to her, and says that in her own experience, it took her years to realize friendships with adults were wrong when she was younger. So she can see why Jojo is not seeing what is so wrong about the situation that she is in. And Trisha also said she's not trying to make someone a victim that doesn't feel like they're a victim, but she personally just feels like there's something so chilling about their friendship, as she says that she never realized how many times Colleen and Jojo had actually hung out, and it wasn't until she saw the Jojo interview and researched it for herself that she saw just how many times they had been together, not just to hang out for a collab, but to genuinely hang out on friendly terms.
12 with a 27-year-old and you are friends, and she says they are friends for this long. No matter what the situation, the dynamic is unstable, it's unbalanced, and why is the adult, you have to question, why is the adult friends with a 12-year-old? It's very chilling, if I'm being honest. It's very chilling.
Trisha goes on to say that when it comes to this situation and everything that has come out about Colleen, she just doesn't think there is a way to come back from this.
In my opinion, with this kind of stuff, I don't think there's coming back from it. I just don't. Woody Allen recently said something that he doesn't believe in cancel culture. And the thing is he does come back and people support him and actors support him, and Colleen will come back and people will support. I'm just saying, in my opinion, this is something where it's like there's not even an inkling, there's not even an acknowledgement that this isn't right. This wasn't right. This wasn't right. Like, I came from it from an innocent place, but I understand why it wasn't right. Like, and maybe she doesn't understand why it's not right, which is also very scary to think. Like, this is what's so scary. And Jojo, to think it's okay still, that this friendship was okay, that this friendship was normal and healthy. It was happy. I'm consensual in this relationship, in this friendship. I'm consensual. I want this friendship. I idolized her. It's not a friendship.
Trisha just feels like at the end of the day, these people who have come out to speak on Colleen deserve the acknowledgement and deserve an apology for what happened. Trisha says that she understands loving someone, but even the people that you love and look up to, when they mess up, you don't always have to defend them, and doesn't feel like it was really Jojo's place to defend Colleen, but she sees why she did, because obviously Colleen is in her ear in some way, some form. And she says, you know, you can love people and make sure that they're okay, but you can still acknowledge the wrongs that they've done and see that they need to take accountability. Now, I don't know if Jojo will be realizing that what she said on Howie's podcast wasn't the best thing anytime soon. She might just think that it's the toxic gossip train coming for her, since she's still rather close with Colleen and her entire family. But maybe one day she'll understand that the things Colleen did were not good, and that it wasn't just lies the internet decided to run with to destroy her, and that there are real people out here with stories of interactions with her that feel really hurt. I guess we'll just have to see, but as of right now, Jojo hasn't addressed what she said since the episode was posted, but let me know what you guys think about what Trisha had to say in response to Jojo's comments. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.